Welcome to the WHHI Daily News. I'm Robyn Zimmerman. Let's begin with today's news headlines. An 88-year-old Sun City resident, Nancy Becker, was killed by an alligator in the retirement community on Monday. Investigators saying that she slipped and fell while gardening. Deputies arrived at a pond just before noon to see a nearly 10-foot-long male gator seemingly guarding Becker's body at the edge of the water. The gator was taken away and killed. An autopsy on Becker is expected to take place this week at MUSC in Charleston. And there apparently was no dog involved, as was the case the last time a gator killed a woman in Sea Pines on Hilton Head Island back in November of 2018. Now, there's been a handful of gator incidents since, including last week when a trio of Connecticut teenagers wrangled a gator in a lagoon behind their rental condo on Hilton Head Island. Well, we all hope our vacations go as well as President Joe Biden's family getaway to Kiowa that ended on Tuesday, likely without any TSA or luggage issues. The only public appearances the president made were to bike on the beach and attend a church service while the family gathered at a friend's estate. Now, this just in. The latest news is that Jill Biden has tested positive for COVID and will remain in South Carolina for the next 5 days. The masks are voluntary, the teachers got a pretty decent raise, and the Beaufort County School District is just about a dozen teachers and a few bus drivers short of being fully staffed for the fall semester that began on Monday without any serious snafus. The district is still looking for about a dozen special ed teachers and a few staffers. And there actually was a handful of teachers who rescinded their resignations and came back after pay raises were approved. Now, a dozen schools got to unveil virtual reality computers, with maybe more coming later. Well, those of us who occasionally play the lottery when the numbers get really big should be careful what we wish for. According to the South Carolina woman who won the biggest lottery jackpot ever, over $1.5 billion. Now, in a long and involved story in last weekend's Island Packet, the woman, who's still anonymous, details how she lost over $83 million of that money to a self-proclaimed lottery lawyer who was hired to silently invest and take care of her money. Now, the New York lawyer, Jason Kurland, has apparently bilked many other lottery winners of millions, and so is now serving time in prison. And finally, Daufuskie Island's history runs so much deeper than the isolated community and failed resort developments of recent times. At the end of the Civil War, the island supported a community of former slaves and their descendants, many of whom are still buried on the island. A $50,000 grant from the National Trust for Historic Preservation will help restore a cemetery for the old Mayfield community on the island, supervised by the Daufuskie Island Gullah Heritage Society that hopes to identify some of the grave sites and remark others. For more information on these stories and many more, please check out the media sources listed on the screen, and remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and please check out our website at WHHITV.com. And if you've got a news tip, a story idea, or a cool weather photo, well, you can just email it to us at news@WHHITV.com. And now let's get an update on the sports from Justin Jarrett. Justin?
Hey Loco sports fans and WHHI viewers, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by Locosports.com. We gave you a little taste of high school football season Monday with highlights from Thomas Hayward's wild win in Charleston to open the season, so it's only fair to keep it coming until the Friday night lights fire up. Starting with a Thursday night special out in Pooler, where May River opens on the road with a tough game against New Hampstead in what should be a great contest. The full slate comes Friday, of course, and Beaufort High, Hilton Head High, and Bluffton are all at home, so you can take your pick of games to check out in the Loco if you don't have an allegiance. Hilton Head hosts Battery Creek in a Loco on Loco clash, while Beaufort takes on Cane Bay in a heavyweight bout, and Bluffton opens the Hayden Gregory era at home against Beach. They'll retire DJ Fields number 55 before the game. Hilton Head Christian Academy begins its second straight state title defense at Savannah Christian. Hilton Head Prep and new coach Dustin Etheridge also open in Savannah at Bethesda. Beaufort Academy travels to Pinewood Prep, and the Cross Stingrays make their varsity football debut at Patrick Henry Academy. You can find plenty of high school football coverage on our High School Football HQ page, and we'll have video previews for several of the area games posting to our YouTube channel Loco Media later this week. For Lowcosports.com and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Great update, Justin. And now let's take a look at the weather, which has been absolutely beautiful. Maria?
Thanks, Robyn. All right, so taking a look ahead, it does look like the weather's going to cool down a little bit. Wednesday, it's going to be cloudy with Hilton having a high of 84, a low of 73. Bluffton's going to have a high of 86, a low of 71. And Beaufort's going to have a high of 86 and a low of 71. The sunrise for Wednesday is going to be at 6:48 and sunset's going to be at 8:05. Taking a look at the beach tides, low tide's going to be at 9:01 a.m. and high tide's going to be at 2:11 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Thursday we're going to see scattered thunder showers throughout the morning, and then we're going to see some scattered thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and possibly into the evening. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 70s. Friday we're going to see scattered showers again in the morning with thunder showers in the afternoon. Highs in the 80s, lows in the 70s. And then come Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with possible thunder showers in the afternoon and possibly into the evening with highs of 80s and lows in the 70s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
And coming up after the break, we'll interview the cross-school cheerleaders. Stay tuned.